Hey, what's up, fam? D-Block in the building, Dblockstreamz. I recently had a friend watch one of my highlights and told me they're starting to play Marvel Rivals. So I was watching playing Scarlet Witch, and asked me, hey, how do you play Scarlet Witch? And usually I would go in and, show them a couple videos or some moves or whatever. I figured I'd go through a replay. Um, they know the basics of how to use Scarlet Witch, right? Left click, right click, E shock ability to float. But I wanted to talk through what I kind of look for based on, like, videos I've watched and how I play when playing Marvel Rivals. So as you can see here in the upper right hand corner, the makeup of your team, that's kind of the first thing I look at. Obviously we want to have our tanks. In this case, we have a Groot. I know he plays like more frontline, and then we have Happy Killmore here, which is playing a Venom. While he does play a little bit of frontline, he also dives the backline characters and the healers and other DPSs. And then we have two healers here, so I know we're covered in the healing department, and then the Jizzerac playing Moon Knight. So knowing what your team is compromised of and what they're capable of and what their jobs are supposed to be, it kind of helps dictate. I play other characters, but dictate how you're gonna play, how aggressively you're gonna play, how aggressively I'm gonna play. So we're in the starting room. I know we got our tanks and I got our healers. Rocket threw down his little thing here that gives you armor and the jump boost. So make sure you get one of those. I was gonna play this at half speed, but I'm gonna play at full speed and just pause to kind of talk about what I see in my thought process.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
All right. So what I like to do here, the first thing I like to open up with, and mainly it's the E ability, right? It's like a little bubble that you could put on the ground, and what that bubble does is it stuns your enemies every few seconds. I like to put that in busy areas, where the enemy is going to walk. It's a type of crowd control. I also like to use it when I see someone running away that I'm trying to take down. And then you see me here. I like to always use cover, just like most games, natural cover. But I always try to play behind my tanks, in between our healers, and then our tanks, and our Venom's going over there to dive. So I like to play behind our tanks. In this case, Groot, he's huge, so he has a big hitbox to take incoming damage, range damage. And then I like to play off of him, off of different angles, so that when he puts up his walls, or if he's getting shot, I just use natural cover so I don't get shot. In this case, I guess there's a little bit of a hole here, thankfully. They're a little bit far away. My main focus is pushing up with the tanks. That kind of dictates what I'm doing, and I kind of see where we're at on the map to see if we're moving forward, if we're kind of stuck where we're at, or if we have to back up. And the tank really dictates that, and then that and who's dead, right, and then who's alive. So in this case, I'm just here trying to get close to them. As soon as someone gets close, I start my attack. In this case, this Thor starts coming up on us. My tank Groot engages, so I'm providing DPS support on him. All right, we're trying to wear him down. Looks like we got a kill. Now I'm looking here. We know that one tank is down. I'm in between this Hawkeye, this Groot, and myself. Groot's kind of attacking him. This Doctor Strange has his shield up, but his energy is low. So I'm trying to keep pressure on him because my tank here is busy while our other tank here, Venom, is diving on the back line. So I keep the pressure on Doctor Strange. Looks like he's getting healed. My Venom has engaged him. I see that Venom switched over to this healer. This healer's very low, so I switch as well. I immediately turn around and go back to Doctor Strange, who's attacking one of my DPSs here, Moon Knight. And I just keep the pressure on him while he is fighting with Groot. And I try to get behind Doctor Strange because that way I could avoid his shield. Keep the pressure on him. I use my right-click AoE attacks to try to get some extra bursts in there. As these charge up, I use them. I like to keep one in the chamber just in case. But as you hit with your left click, that recharges. So in this case, we took him out. I'm pressing forward because I see it's open. I see this Thor tank right away. I throw my E-bubble, my CC bubble to kind of slow him down so he doesn't rush me immediately. Of course he rushes me, so I'm providing DPS, left click, right click. He dives on me. I use my shift ability to shift out. I see my Groot is fighting him. I try to get behind him, but he is still on me. I try to get away. And I got Spider-Man on me now. Looks like Venom saw Spider-Man and went to go dive him because he is a squishy. While this Thor is still on me, I do see my Moon Knight and my Groot also attacking over here. So I just keep the pressure on, knowing I still have one shift ability to turn into a ghost or whatever to fly away if I need to. So I keep that pressure on him. He's dead. I only see the Spider-Man by himself over here, and he's surrounded by our two tanks, so I switch to him. So he's dead. I'm looking around. I see that there's a invisible woman jumping around in the back. So, I put my mouse kind of where they would jump out and pre-fire in case they stick their head out. It looks like they backed up. And oh crap, the whole team comes here. So I have to use, I have to back up obviously and use this cover. But before I do, I probably am going to shoot out my stun ability to slow them down. Right. I go back towards my team. Groot has a wall there. It's natural cover. And now he is now overextending and not in the line of his sight of his healer. Right? And I'm trying to not be in the line of sight of this Hawkeye. Of course, I don't see the Hawkeye, but I'm in the air, and I see that my Groot is there. My Venom's now on him. I want to apply pressure because there's no one else close to me, and I want to put a tank in front of me between me and the enemy tank. So, provide DPS. Wear this guy down. We take him out eventually. Looking around. I know that they're in that room. I'm trying to throw a couple of shots in there. I throw my bubble in there. It's 2-on-1, so I'm gonna back up. Got heals. I know my Venom is there. Looks like they're fighting someone on this side. It's Captain America. I can see his energy's down low, and we have a DPS on the right jumping in. I'm being healed. My tanks are applying pressure, so I'm just applying DPS to take him out. Captain America's dead. I'm looking around and make sure there's no one on the back line to come and get me. and then we push up. Our tanks push up, we push up. Alright, there is a cloak and dagger here. He's just messing around with our back line. I push up with my tanks. I see them. I throw down my stun to stun them, and then I see that there's cover on the left side, natural cover. So I try to use that to my advantage for defense. I wait for my tanks to get in front, to engage and get in front of me. They're between me. At this time, I had my ultimate, and I figured I would pop out of cover and hopefully use it. So I pop out of cover. They take the Hela out. It was too far to hit the Jeff. I'm gonna keep applying pressure because I know I see my Venom diving on this Jeff. I see Captain America coming, and I'm in between him and the Venom, so I likely am backing up at this point to try to put space between us. I caught one of their DPSs slipping, and I saw Jizarak going after him. So just, apply DPS. It's dead. I threw down my bubble where they would be coming from. I saw that the enemy had gone past me on the left. So it's a magic. So we start proceeding to chase this magic, but I realized that magic's by herself, so I want to make sure I'm not fighting magic one on one. So I run back to my team. It's obviously two of them, two tanks heading over to the Jeff. So I go to support them instead. Captain America's here, applying pressure to Captain America while my tanks go after him. He is dead. I'm looking around for other enemies. I see that there's a cloak and dagger flying left and right here. We're trying to take him out. There's that magic that came back. Applying pressure on the magic. The magic's dead. I have all my backup here. Rocket threw down his ultimate, so I know I'm being healed and my damage is boosted. So I'm just looking for the next target, to see what I'm going to be damaging. I usually look towards my tanks; they're the biggest things to look at. I come in here and I see two people, and I immediately start getting hurt. So I shadow out and away, and then I go back into the fight, and it looks like my tank is here fighting the Hulk, and they have the Invisible Woman there. So I'm just applying DPS. So I'm applying DPS to this Hulk because his health is low. I'm also dying. So I shadow out again. I got some cover and I pop out, and I'm just applying pressure on this Hulk that my Venom is fighting. I hear Captain America ult, and now that Hulk is out of LOS. I see the healer in the back. I try to just apply some pressure while they're not looking at me. Captain America's over here causing a ruckus, so I'm applying pressure to him. Magic's there fighting the group. Trying to apply pressure so my DPSs can move up and we can win this battle. Captain America goes down. So I just try to see what my tanks are fighting next. Looks like there's a healer there and the magic. The magic looks lower on health, so I'm trying to apply pressure there. Magic's dead. I see the healer on the right by itself, and we also have our cloak and dagger going after him. So that person's dead. Just looking around. We want to keep pushing our objective here. I peek over the top of this thing, and this Hela gets me. So I throw down my shock bubble and just start trying to apply some pressure. The Hela busts out its ultimate. I'm shifting out of there, hightailing out of there, because Hela's ultimate I know goes up in the air, and she starts shooting down. So I'm trying to get the hell out of there, get behind some natural cover. Even if it hits the ground, I'm up in the air, and I'm holding my float ability so that even when my shift ability disappears, I'm levitating in the air as much as I can. I don't know who they're fighting right now. I don't see anything, but as soon as I get to line of sight, I see that someone, my Groot, is fighting this Hulk. So I'm probably going to try to use my shock bubble and start applying pressure. I start getting hit by that Hela ult still, but I'm getting healed. Alright, pop back out. I see what's going on. Just keep applying DPS. I use my ult because I see a whole bunch of people over there, and they're all busy and they're not looking at me. Our Venom jumps towards me. I was really trying to get this Hela. That's why I'm looking that way. But this magic goes after Venom. Gets obliterated. Doctor Strange is too far away. So I'm still trying to get this Hela. 101 against a Hela. I know she just used her ultimate. Supplying DPS. Gets healed. I know our amplifier is up, so I know we're all getting healed and all getting damage boosted. My focus is still on that Hela. So I'm following this Hela. I see it, fly away. And I know Hela's bird form doesn't last long. I know I'm still being healed, or at least at full health compared to Hela, because of Rocket Raccoon's ultimate. I just wait till Hela goes back to normal form, and I know I have my right clicks ready. I have at least 2. Finish her off with the right click. I turn around. I see, I'm looking left, I'm looking right. I see my Venom 2-on-1 here, so I go to help him. Or not. I do see this Doctor Strange in the air. His back is towards me, so I apply pressure on him. He goes down. I again go to help my Venom. Kills the Luna Snow. I see this Hulk backing up onto me. Half health. Groot is on him. He has a wall here to kind of keep him in place. Let's try to apply pressure. I saw that he transferred back to Bruce. At that point, I'm probably going to shoot out my stun bubble so that if Bruce tries to run, gets stunned. Got stunned right there. Got owned. Now I know I have a Moon Knight to my left and my Groot to my right. Looking for the next target. Looks like this magic turned into her Death Child, Dark Child form, but Moon Knight has its Ankh up, and my bubble's still there from Bruce Banner, the Hulk. So just apply pressure, dead, and then I put myself back on the point, trying to put myself between our tanks and our enemy. I know the enemy is coming from this way. So looking down, their dumbass Invisible Woman used their ultimate, so I know she doesn't have an ultimate going into the next time we fight. I'm probably gonna lay down one of my stun bubbles because they're gonna start coming. There it is. Right, so they start coming this way. Just try to put myself in between the tank and our enemies. So I'm applying no pressure. Groot's walls are really messing me up here, but I understand what he's trying to do. We got our Moon Knight applying pressure at an off angle, and I'm at another angle. Our Groot's jumping in. We engage them, trying to get him down. He's dead. I see Mr. Fantastic on the right here, trying to apply pressure, trying to get high ground. My Groot is engaging Mr. Fantastic, so I try to provide help pressure. At this point, it's just madness. I am trying to just apply pressure to whoever's in between me and my tank Groot. I'm getting hit. I'm using the natural cover to kind of hide and peek and see what I could hit. I see that there's this Venom here using his ultimate, so I'm trying to apply pressure and drop his energy down. Using my right clicks and my left click. Still see Mr. Fantastic there. I see my Groot jumping out, and then I see my Invisible Woman here getting attacked in the back line. So I want to I want to do my best to keep my healer alive, because I know Groot's too busy over there to help. So I'm gonna apply pressure on these two. I shadow out because I saw the Penny. So I reposition. I see that Luna Snow has used her ultimate, so I know fighting next to Luna Snow is a kind of losing effort. So at this point, we're probably gonna, or at least I am, probably going to try to back up, right? And that's what the tank should do too, to get away from Luna, right? So we're backing up, providing pressure on these enemies. So Luna Snow's ultimate's done. We have our Venom diving in here. He's probably gonna dive towards the back, provide pressure. While we're in the front, I'm trying to hit this invisible Mr. Fantastic while his back is to me. He's closest one to me. Try to use my ultimate. Get one, get two. Turn around. I see a bunch of my teammates around, and I only see this guy by himself. Apply pressure. Wear down his shield. We actually get him down. We see Venom here. He's really close to me, so I start backing up. Start using my ability. I'm trying to apply pressure on him because he's on his shield and he's dead. I see Penny here, so I'm going to try to apply pressure to Penny. Penny's dead. Looking around. Mr. Fantastic's first person, only person I see. So applying pressure on Mr. Fantastic. I see Luna Snow on my left now. Try to use cover, take out their healer. Keep providing pressure on their DPS. I see Invisible Woman here at half health. Switch on to her. So she's dead. I hear Mr. Fantastic pull off his ultimate, diving my DPS and just DPS and healers there. So I'm trying to apply pressure, try to get him off of it. So he's dead. Try to go back and help the tanks. Apply pressure on whoever they're fighting. See that the Penny's there. DPS's job is try to take out, squids, mines, things like this that the tanks don't have to focus their time on. Take that out. Invisible Woman uses her ultimate, so I try to get away from it. That way there's some space between me and whoever comes out to attack. I'm trying to keep my left click up so that whoever is in the vicinity gets damaged. So we see this Doctor Strange pop out of line of sight of his enemies, out of the healing that Invisible Woman is providing. Just providing just DPS. I hear Storm with her ultimate, but there's a few walls between Storm and I, and then Penny uses stun on my Groot, so I'm providing DPS. I decide to use my ultimate to hopefully pop out from behind Groot's wall here, but I was starting to take damage, and I got stunned, and it eventually eliminated my first death. So that wasn't smart. My team's fighting right now. It's 4 on 6. So running back. They're doing their best.
He stopped them in their tracks.
They're fighting. They got one down over there. Venom's really low. He's getting healed again. If I come back here, it is 6 on 4 now. I turn the corner. I see this Ankh. Take the Ankh out of the way. I see, between what I see here, I see a Storm and Luna Snow. I want to take out the Storm because Storm's annoying as hell. I see my Groot fighting over there. Well, Venom, and I see who he's fighting. So I try to apply pressure to help him out. At this point, both of our tanks, or at least the one I could see here. I saw Venom hop behind me. I don't know where Groot is, so I try to go take some off angles to see who I could fight. I see Venom's back here. Try to get in between him and the tank. Continue to apply pressure. Whoever's in front of me. That Thor goes down. I see my Groot is there. Keep applying pressure to whoever he's fighting. Storm's dead. Captain America's dead. I don't know if this is a clone Loki or not, but I try to take out all the extra, items that are or things that my tanks don't have to worry about. And then it's looking around to see who to attack next. I see my tanks. I try to get next to them. Trying to use this thing as natural cover since I know they're coming from that way. And we won our match. So that's kind of how I play Scarlet Witch. Alright, thanks fam. On to the next video.